Alright, this video is for why you can't lose weight even though you're doing everything right. So first thing is there's 3 growth hormones, or 3 hormones involved with fat. Or there's more, but these are the ones I'm going to talk about. It's cortisol, insulin, and estrogen. Okay, even if you're eating right, you're exercising, you're doing all these things, if you have high cortisol and insulin and estrogen, it doesn't matter, you're not going to lose fat. So first off, estrogen, that's the female growth hormone. It's the opposite of testosterone. It's what men don't want and women do want it, right? But men have disproportionate estrogen levels compared to the past because there's estrogen in the tap water. There's many things that lower testosterone. Now, lowering testosterone increases estrogen. People don't really know this. They say, oh, well, my testosterone went down, why would my estrogen go up? They're proportionally affect you. Like, that's just how it works. When testosterone goes down, estrogen rises, and vice versa. So there's estrogen in the tap water, there's estrogen in a bunch of shit. I'm not going to go into that. You can just look it up. Look up what things have estrogen. Milk is one of them. Switch to almond milk. Suck it up. Just do it. Maybe you don't like it, but just do it. Cortisol, that's a stress hormone. A lot of people are super stressed nowadays. You gotta figure out how to mitigate that. It's important, whether that's waking up early, getting some sun, spending time with your family, meditating, something. You gotta lower that stress. Find a therapist, something. Talk to a psychiatrist if it's that bad. And then the last one's insulin. I'm not a huge expert on this. I'm still researching all this stuff. But if you want to lower your insulin, basically eat less. Like, oh yeah, no shit, eat less. Like, don't starve yourself, but yeah, just make sure you're not overeating. So those are the 3 things. The next thing is you're not getting actual nutrients. You think you are, but you're not. Like, you might eat some bread or something. Well, depending on the type of bread you got, it might just be full of sugar and crap and processed and out the wazoo, and you're really not getting anything good that like you think you are. So you might want to switch to rice instead of bread, or get a different type of bread. And like pre-made shit, like maybe you're getting like a healthy frozen meal, but like, oh, it's got vegetables and chicken and rice and all this, but it's still processed crap. Like, so much stuff is processed and filled with junk nowadays that even if you think you're getting nutrients, you're not. That's the other thing. Another tip I'd say is drink water. If you're pretty much everyone's dehydrated all the time now. We just don't drink enough water. And when you don't get water, your body will hold on to it because it becomes a precious resource. And a lot of times people will lose water weight and they're like, whoa, I lost so much weight. It's like, because they're just drinking water because they're exercising. And, well, they sweat out the water weight, but also they're drinking water. And so their body doesn't hold on to it as much because it's like, oh, we got this. We got a steady supply, so we don't need it as much. So, yeah. The other thing is eat fat. And this sounds counterproductive, but we're raised on like a primary carb diet. Like, oh, you eat carbs for energy. No, that's not true. For pretty much all of human history, we've been on a high fat, high protein, low carb diet. Only now has that switched. And when you have all these carbs, like, yeah, it's good for some quick energy. Like, I'm about to go for a run or something, so I want some carbs. Like, that's great. But if you're just eating high carbs all the time, your body's just going to turn that into fat. And when you eat fats, you should eat healthy fats like nuts, avocados. Again, just Google it. Like, just Google healthy fats and pick ones you like. I'm trying to think what else. The hormones are huge. That's a huge thing. Like, if you spike your testosterone up and then watch those nutrients, make sure you're not getting those processed foods. Lower your stress, therefore lowering cortisol, and watch your calories. Eat less calories. And this is the other thing. People don't realize how many calories they're eating because there's two ways this can go. Either they're eating so healthy that they could eat a meal this big and it doesn't really have almost any calories in it, or vice versa, they're eating the most processed thing ever. They eat this much food, but it's got this much calories. So you really have to know this shit now, especially when everything is filled with sugar, which will, again, spike your insulin levels, which, like I said in the beginning, is not good. Everything, there's sugar in everything. It's a huge reason why obesity is increasing, and like everyone knows this, obviously, like, but they at the same time, they don't. They're not as aware of it as they think they are. There's sugar in everything. Like, it is crazy, bro. Like, they're making our, like, literally just like some toast. It's like a candy bar practically. It's crazy. They're just pumping everything full of sugar, and it makes us addicted to the food. It makes us fatter and everything. It's fucked up. So yeah, but that's it. So yeah, I just want to make this video because a lot of people are like, oh, I do all the right things and oh, I can't lose weight, it's just genetics. Like, no, it's not just genetics. Like, there's more to it than that. But yeah, keep grinding.